He was surprised with two alien wives, instead, after inheriting his rich uncle's wealth. Yet nothing in his calm, predictable life had prepared him for the day the letter arrived. It was a plain envelope, cream-colored, with a seal he had never seen before. Inside was a letter in careful handwriting. Dear Alex Carter. Alex read the letter 3 times. His Uncle Harold was an eccentric man who had spent his life traveling the stars. He rarely called, never visited, and sent postcards from strange planets with pictures Alex didn't understand. He had always thought of Harold as a distant, slightly crazy relative. And now Harold was dead, leaving him, Alex, a simple tech store employee, a fortune. Wait, interstellar assets, vehicle awaiting me. What does that even mean? Alex muttered aloud. That evening he called his best friend Mark, who was just as flabbergasted. Dude, are you serious? Your rich uncle just left you a spaceship or something. Mark laughed, but Alex could hear the uncertainty in his voice. I don't know, Mark. I think it's real. The letter was official, and it said something about a spaceport. By morning, Alex found himself standing in front of a sleek building labeled Carter Spaceport. It was massive, unlike any airport he had seen. Ships hovered silently, docking and undocking with precision. And at the far end, a ship unlike any other caught his eye. It was elegant, silver, and glimmered with a faint blue light that made it look alive. A calm, soft voice spoke from nowhere. Welcome, Alex Carter. Your uncle's vessel awaits you. Alex jumped. Who said that? I am the ship's AI, Nova, the voice replied. You have inherited your uncle's assets. You are authorized to board. Hesitantly, Alex walked up the ramp. The interior was even more astonishing. It was a blend of organic curves and advanced technology, with walls that seemed to breathe lightly, lights adjusting to his mood, and a gentle hum that was oddly comforting. He took a cautious step forward, expecting the ship to be empty. But then he froze. Two figures turned toward him, and he blinked several times to make sure he was seeing correctly. Two women, no, not human women, alien women. The first had skin that shimmered faintly like silver, her eyes glowing softly like amber. She moved with calm, precise grace. The other had green-tinted skin, flowing hair that seemed almost alive, and eyes that sparkled like liquid emeralds. Both were tall, striking, and fully aware of him. You are Alex Carter, said the silver-skinned one in a soft, melodic voice. We are Lyria and Kayla. Your uncle assigned us to accompany you. Alex's mouth opened, closed, opened again. I don't understand. Assigned to me? Kayla tilted her head, her green eyes curious. You inherited the assets. Our presence is required to ensure your cooperation. It is standard protocol. What assets? Cooperation. Wait, are you saying you're my wives? Alex asked, half joking, half panicked. Lyria's calm expression remained. The term you use is not precise. We are companions in accordance with your uncle's will. But culturally, yes, you could consider us partners. Alex rubbed his face. This was impossible. Partners, companions, I don't even know what to say. Kayla smiled faintly, almost teasing. Then say nothing. Words are not required yet. For the next hour, Alex wandered the ship, still stunned. Nova, the AI, explained some basics. His uncle's wealth wasn't just money. It included businesses across galaxies, mining operations on distant moons, and research stations in unexplored star systems. But to access them, Alex had to travel with Lyria and Kayla, as they held keys and knowledge only their species knew. I don't even know your species, Alex said, pacing. I mean, are you friendly, dangerous? We are neither unless provoked, Lyria replied calmly. Your uncle trusted you. We are here to ensure that trust is honored. Kayla, who seemed more playful, added, also, we are allowed to tease you. It is customary. Alex groaned. Customary? Really? I didn't sign up for alien customs. Your uncle did, Lyria said simply. It was a lot to process. Alex felt his head spinning. He had gone from a simple, quiet life to suddenly inheriting an interstellar fortune and two alien companions. It was like something out of a dream, a very confusing, slightly terrifying dream. The next day, Nova activated the ship's navigation. Destination, the first asset location. Estimated travel time, 3 galactic days. Alex had no idea what a galactic day even meant. He turned to Lyria and Kayla. So, we're traveling together. You two live on this ship with me. Yes, Kayla said with a grin. And you'll see it's not as dull as you think, or maybe it is depending on your sense of humor. Lyria added, you will also learn the rules of interstellar business. We will teach you. You have talent, but humans are unpredictable, Alex sighed. Unpredictable, that's putting it lightly. I'm trying to wrap my head around the fact that I now own whatever this is. He gestured vaguely at the ship. And I have roommates, alien roommates. Kayla laughed, a sound like wind chimes. Roommates, interesting term, you might grow fond of it. As the ship lifted off, Alex watched Earth shrink below him. The city, his home, everything familiar, was now tiny, like a model in a museum. A mix of fear and excitement surged inside him. He was entering a universe he didn't understand, with beings he didn't fully comprehend, to claim a fortune he barely imagined. Over the next few hours, the ship seemed to adjust to him. Lights dimmed when he sat, warmth radiated where he stood, and the gentle hum became a calming background rhythm. I think I can get used to this, Alex muttered. But even as he said it, he felt a twinge of doubt. Could he really manage this life? Could he manage alien companions? Could he manage himself in a world so different from Earth? As the first galactic day passed, Alex began learning small things. Lyria was highly analytical, often explaining alien technology and star maps in ways that were precise but sometimes confusing. Kayla was impulsive, curious, and often distracted, poking at controls just to see what happened, much to Alex's horror and amusement. By the end of the day, Alex realized something. He didn't know the first thing about this universe, but perhaps he was going to learn faster than anyone expected. And he had no choice. Because as Nova announced before sleep mode in a calm, almost amused tone, Mr. Carter, this journey is only beginning, and you are not alone. Alex lay down in the cabin, staring at the ceiling, where soft lights imitated a starlit sky. He thought about the two alien companions, the wealth, and the adventures ahead. Not alone, he whispered. Yeah, that's one way to put it. And somewhere in the back of his mind, he couldn't help but feel curious. Curious about the universe. Curious about Lyria and Kayla. Curious about what Uncle Harold had truly left him. Little did Alex know, the universe had a way of testing humans in ways no one could imagine. And for Alex, the first test had already begun. The first galactic day had passed, and Alex Carter had barely slept. His mind buzzed with images of silver-skinned Lyria, green-tinted Kayla, and the strange, humming spaceship that now felt more like a home than a vehicle. By morning, the ship's AI Nova announced, destination approaching, the first asset location. Prepare for cultural and procedural acclimation, Alex groaned. Cultural and procedural acclimation. Can't we just buy a coffee or something first? Kayla laughed, leaning casually against the wall. Coffee won't help you here, human. You're going to meet beings who think caffeine is a primitive stimulant. We can teach you better ways to wake up. Lyria, ever calm, added, focus, Alex. The asset is not just material, it is strategic. Understanding it requires attention. Alex pinched the bridge of his nose. Great, strategic, alien assets. So I basically need a PhD in galactic etiquette before breakfast, Kayla grinned. Exactly, welcome to the universe. When the ship finally docked at the first location, Alex saw something he could never have imagined. A giant floating station orbiting a bright, purple-hued planet. Its surfaces glowed with neon patterns, and streams of small crafts moved like bees in a hive. This is one of your uncle's trading hubs, Lyria explained. It deals with multiple species. Your role here is to observe first, then engage. Alex gulped. Observe, then engage. Right. As they entered the station, Alex immediately felt the difference from Earth. The corridors were wide, lined with transparent walls showing distant planets, and creatures of all shapes and sizes walked or floated through the halls. Some had wings, some had multiple limbs, and some changed color depending on their mood. Kayla nudged Alex. See. Nothing to be afraid of, just blend in. Alex tried to nod, but when a tall blue creature with 4 arms and glowing eyes walked past, he nearly stepped on his own foot. Lyria whispered, "Humans are fascinating. You recover slowly but adapt quickly." They reached the trading hub's central chamber. Holographic displays floated above counters, showing deals happening in real time across the galaxy. Lyria guided Alex to a console. "This is your first test," she said. "A client will approach. You must negotiate a minor trade. Observe first, then act." Alex gulped. He had never bargained for anything more complicated than a used laptop. Now he was negotiating with an alien merchant whose hands seemed to shimmer like liquid metal. "Greetings, human heir," the merchant said, voice like chimes. "I am Talvar. I understand you are new here," Alex stammered. "Why, yes, I am new. I am Alex Carter, and I inherited your uncle's legacy," Lyria whispered in his ear. "Keep it simple." "Right, I'm here to continue his trading agreements." Talvar raised 3 arms, a gesture Alex assumed was polite. "Very well. Let us see if your human ingenuity matches your wealth." Over the next hour, Alex fumbled and learned. He accidentally pressed the wrong buttons on the console, creating a brief display of lights that startled a nearby group of floating aliens. Kayla giggled uncontrollably. "You humans are so dramatic," she said. "I love it." Lyria placed a hand on Alex's shoulder. "Your creativity is your strength. Use it wisely." By the end of the negotiation, Alex managed a deal partly by accident, partly by human intuition. Talvar seemed impressed. "You have an unusual approach, but it works. Continue." Alex exhaled. "I did it," Kayla clapped. "You did, sort of, mostly by luck, but hey, it counts." Lyria smiled faintly. "Adaptation is the key. You are learning." Over the next few days, Alex's life aboard the ship became a rhythm of lessons, discoveries, and surprises. Lyria taught him alien mathematics, trade logic, and cultural norms, often speaking in a calm, precise tone that made Alex's head spin. Kayla, on the other hand, encouraged him to experiment, poke at controls, and try human intuition in situations that seemed absurdly complex. One afternoon, Alex was struggling with a holographic map of trading routes. He had accidentally rerouted a shipment of rare crystals to the wrong planet. "Oh no," he groaned. "This is going to be a disaster. Lyria, Kayla, I ruined everything." Kayla leaned over the console, eyes sparkling. "Disaster? No, opportunity. Think like a human. What would you do?" Alex blinked. "I improvise." "Yes," Kayla clapped. "Improvise." Using his human ingenuity, Alex quickly adjusted the routes, communicated with the affected stations, and even suggested a small bonus trade for the inconvenience. Within an hour, not only was the shipment saved, but several new deals were created because of his creative mistake. Lyria looked at him with something that resembled admiration. "Your species' ability to think outside logic is effective." Alex smirked. "So accidents can be good." "Sometimes," Kayla said. "Sometimes genius comes from mistakes. That is a human trait we find fascinating." By the end of the week, Alex realized something incredible. He wasn't just surviving in this alien environment, he was thriving in a way he never imagined. Lyria's calm logic and Kayla's impulsive creativity complemented him perfectly. Together, they were a team. That evening, while the ship traveled to the next location, Alex sat in the observation deck, staring at a planet with swirling orange clouds. "You know," he said, "I never thought I'd say this, but I like it. This crazy, unpredictable life. Kayla grinned. See. I told you, humans are fun when they stop panicking. Lyria added, your uncle believed in your potential. He left you more than wealth. He left you lessons, companions, and challenges that will shape you. Alex leaned back, absorbing the words. I just hope I'm smart enough to handle all of it. You are, Lyria said simply. Just then, Nova's voice filled the room. Approaching next destination, a planet of resource management. Potential challenge, cultural negotiation with multi-species council, Alex groaned. Oh no, not another negotiation. Can't we just relax? Kayla laughed. Relax, human, you are learning. Relaxation comes later. Survival and growth come first. Over the next several days, the trio faced challenges that tested Alex in ways he had never imagined. He negotiated with a race that communicated entirely through color changes, learned to interpret alien body language to avoid offense, and even had to solve a puzzle to access a secret vault. Each time Lyria provided calm guidance, Kayla offered encouragement and chaos, and Alex discovered the human edge, intuition, creativity, and empathy. One evening, as Alex was exhaustedly staring at a holographic map, Kayla flopped down beside him. You're doing well, she said. Honestly, I didn't think humans could manage this, but you're learning fast. Alex smiled tiredly. Thanks. I couldn't do it without, well, you too. Lyria looked at him, her expression unreadable, yet there was a hint of warmth. Mutual cooperation is the foundation of success. You are beginning to understand. For the first time since his uncle's death, Alex felt a sense of purpose. He wasn't just an heir to a fortune. He was becoming a part of something larger, a universe full of beings, challenges, and adventures beyond his imagination. And even though he still didn't fully understand what lay ahead, he realized something important. He was capable, and maybe, just maybe, he was exactly where he was meant to be. As the ship cruised through the stars, Alex leaned back and smiled. Two alien companions, a galaxy of challenges, and an inheritance beyond measure. It was a lot, yes, but it was his new life. And Alex, for the first time, was ready to embrace it. Alex Carter had traveled farther than he ever imagined possible. He had crossed stars, met strange beings, and navigated alien trade hubs, but nothing prepared him for the grand interstellar tribunal. The ship descended toward a massive floating structure, a palace of sorts, suspended in space by glowing energy fields. Its walls shimmered like liquid metal, and orbs of light moved along the edges, scanning the area. This was the Galactic Council, the ruling body overseeing multiple alien civilizations. And now Alex, a human, was about to stand before it. Are you sure I'm supposed to be here? Alex asked nervously as he followed Lyria and Kayla into the grand hall. Your uncle left you more than fortune, Lyria said calmly. He left you responsibility. This council will confirm your worthiness to control the assets. Kayla smirked. Or humiliate you. Either way, it will be fun. The hall was vast, filled with hundreds of beings Alex could barely describe. Some were floating, some had multiple limbs, others radiated light. The air vibrated with energy, and Alex felt a mix of fear and awe. A booming voice echoed. Human Alex Carter, you stand before the council to prove your claim over the legacy of Harold Carter. You will face challenges of diplomacy, strategy, and wit. Alex swallowed hard. He had dealt with alien business deals, but this was something else entirely. The first challenge was cultural negotiation. He was led to a platform where three alien delegates awaited. One was a large crystalline being, shifting and reflecting colors. The second was a winged creature with flowing silver feathers. The third was small, almost unnoticeable, but its eyes glowed with intelligence. Your task, Lyria whispered, is to reach an agreement that satisfies all three parties. Each has different needs. Observation is key. Alex nodded, trying to hide his shaking hands. He had learned from Lyria and Kayla, but this was different. Stakes were higher. Mistakes here could mean losing everything. The crystalline being spoke first, in a voice like grinding gemstones. We require the rare crystals to maintain energy flow for our homeworld. The winged creature added, we need data on star patterns for our navigation systems. The small glowing one said, I require nothing less than fair trade, proportionate to contribution. Alex took a deep breath. He remembered Kayla's words, think like a human, improvise when necessary. Let me suggest a plan, Alex said, trying to sound confident. I can provide the crystals immediately. In exchange, your data needs will be integrated into my uncle's network, which can improve navigation for all involved. And I will ensure fairness by using a system that tracks all trades transparently. The three delegates murmured. Alex held his breath. Lyria gave him a tiny nod while Kayla whispered, human intuition, nice touch. After a tense pause, the crystalline being shifted color, signaling approval. The winged one flapped its feathers in agreement. The small glowing being emitted a gentle glow, also approval. Alex exhaled slowly. He had succeeded. Next came the strategic challenge. The Council presented a simulated galactic crisis, a rogue asteroid threatening multiple planets. Alex had to allocate resources, communicate with different species, and prevent catastrophe. He quickly realized that his human approach, thinking flexibly and considering emotional as well as logical responses, was different from the rigid alien methods. Lyria provided data and calculations, while Kayla suggested unconventional solutions. Together, they devised a plan that saved the planets in the simulation. The Council's reaction was a mixture of surprise and admiration. A human approach, innovative and effective, one delegate said. Your species adapts in ways others cannot. Alex felt a spark of pride. All the lessons from the ship, the mistakes, improvisation, creativity, had prepared him for this moment. Human ingenuity had prevailed. Finally, the last test, a personal evaluation. The Council wished to understand Alex's character. He was asked about his intentions for his uncle's assets, his vision for interstellar business, and his willingness to cooperate with alien civilizations. Alex spoke from the heart. I didn't expect this inheritance. I never thought I'd meet beings like Lyria and Kayla. But through all of it, I've learned that the real wealth isn't crystals or credits. It's trust, partnership, and understanding. I want to use what my uncle left wisely, not just for profit, but for cooperation and progress. And I want to learn more from everyone I meet. Because even though I'm human, I know there's so much we can achieve together. The Council fell silent. Lyria's calm gaze met his, and Kayla gave a small, approving smile. Then slowly, the delegates began to nod, shimmer, and glow, a sign of acceptance. You have proven your worth, human Alex Carter, the Council boomed. Not through power or force, but through ingenuity, empathy, and courage. You are now recognized as the rightful heir to Harold Carter's interstellar legacy. Alex felt a mixture of relief, joy, and disbelief. I did it, he whispered. You did, Lyria confirmed. You have combined your human strengths with our guidance. This is only the beginning. Kayla leaned against his shoulder. And just think, there's so much more waiting for you. Galaxies, assets, challenges, and me teasing you endlessly. Alex laughed. For the first time in his life, he felt truly capable and confident. He had faced a universe of strange beings, impossible challenges, and high stakes, and survived. Not just survived, but excelled. Over the next few days, the Council formally transferred control of the assets to Alex. He now had the keys to trading hubs, research stations, and interstellar transport systems. But more importantly, he had respect from multiple alien species. As he walked through the Council chambers one last time, Alex realized something profound. Humans were underestimated in the galaxy. While alien species were logical, efficient, and skilled, humans brought creativity, empathy, and adaptability, qualities that could solve problems no algorithm or rigid system could. I guess, Humans really can make a difference, Alex said quietly, almost to himself. Lyria nodded. Indeed, that is why your uncle trusted you. That is why you succeeded, Kayla grinned. And don't forget, your human sense of humor helped too. You kept things interesting. For the first time, Alex felt like he truly belonged in this vast, strange universe. Not because he was the richest man, or because of his uncle's inheritance, but because he had proved his worth through his own abilities. That night, as the ship traveled to the next destination, Alex sat with Lyria and Kayla in the observation deck. Stars streamed past the windows, planets glimmered in the distance, and Alex felt a sense of calm he had never known. "You know," he said, "I think I'm ready for whatever comes next. I don't know exactly what it will be, but I feel ready." Kayla leaned on his shoulder. "Good. You'll need that confidence. The galaxy has more surprises than even your uncle could imagine," Lyria added, "and we will be here, as companions, guides, and partners. You are not alone," Alex smiled. "Not alone, yeah, I think I like that." He leaned back, watching the stars, thinking of the adventures that awaited. He had inherited wealth, yes, but more than that. He had inherited a journey, friends, and a place in the universe. And deep down, he knew one thing for certain. Whatever challenges awaited him, he would face them with ingenuity, courage, and a little human humor. Because in a galaxy of infinite possibilities, Alex Carter had already discovered the most valuable truth. Humans could thrive anywhere, even among the stars. Alex Carter had returned from the Galactic Council a changed man. He was no longer just a simple tech store employee from Earth. He was an interstellar heir, respected across multiple galaxies, and accompanied by two extraordinary companions. Lyria, calm and brilliant, and Kayla, playful and unpredictable. The spaceship descended into orbit around Earth, its sleek silver surface reflecting the sun. Alex stared at the familiar blue and green planet below. It looked smaller now, almost fragile compared to the stars he had traveled through. He felt a strange mix of relief and excitement. "Home," Kayla said softly, leaning on his shoulder. "I never thought I'd see you miss it," Alex chuckled. "It's funny, I missed it, and yet everything feels different now. I'm not the same man who left Earth a few weeks ago." Lyria adjusted a control panel. Change is inevitable when one steps into a universe larger than themselves, but adaptation ensures survival, and growth ensures legacy. "Deep, as always," Alex said, smiling. "Thanks for sticking with me." The ship landed on a hidden estate that Alex had never seen before, a secret property of his Uncle S. The landing pad shimmered as the ship touched down. The doors opened to reveal a sprawling complex, a blend of futuristic technology and natural beauty. Gardens floated in zero-gravity chambers, waterfalls flowed in midair, and crystalline structures caught the light like rainbows. "This is," Alex began, overwhelmed. This is incredible." "Yes," Lyria said simply. "Your uncle designed this place as a hub for cooperation between humans and aliens. You now control it." Kayla clapped her hands. "So, technically, we live in a mini-galaxy of awesomeness. I like it already." Alex wandered through the estate, marveling at every corner. Holographic screens projected the assets he now owned: space stations, trade routes, research labs, all connected in a network that his uncle had built with incredible foresight. It was more than wealth. It was a vision for interstellar collaboration. As Alex explored, he discovered a small, locked room labeled Final Legacy. His heart raced. He had seen the assets, met the council, and learned the alien ways, but this felt personal. "Do you want to open it?" Kayla asked, her eyes sparkling with curiosity. Alex nodded. "Yeah, I think it's time." Inside, he found a console connected to a large, crystalline device that pulsed with light. A holographic message activated and his uncle's face appeared. "Alex," Harold's voice echoed, calm and warm. "If you're seeing this, you have passed the council and proven your worth. Congratulations. What you are about to find is not just wealth or power. It is a responsibility to unite, to create, and to protect. You have two allies by your side, Lyria and Kayla, who will help you understand that wealth is not just in credits, but in relationships, trust, and knowledge. The message continued. This device contains the plans for a space station orbiting Earth, a hub for peaceful cooperation between species. Use it wisely. Build bridges, not walls. And remember, you are human. Your ingenuity, humor, and compassion are your greatest assets. Alex sat back, absorbing the words. His uncle had left him more than a fortune, he had left a purpose. Kayla leaned over his shoulder. See, I told you your uncle was full of surprises, and look, he wasn't kidding. A space station. We get to live in a sci-fi dream now. Lyria smiled faintly. It is not merely a dream. It is a responsibility, and with proper guidance it will be a beacon for collaboration. Over the next weeks, Alex, Lyria, and Kayla worked tirelessly. They upgraded the station's systems, coordinated with human authorities, and reached out to alien delegates Alex had met through the council. The station became a hub for trade, research, and cultural exchange, with humans and aliens working side by side. Alex discovered that his human creativity was invaluable. Where aliens relied on strict protocols, Alex's intuition solved problems in ways no one expected. When a malfunction in the station's gravity system threatened to disrupt operations, Alex improvised a solution using a combination of alien technology and simple human physics. The problem was fixed within hours. Humans are weirdly effective, Lyria said, watching him work. Their methods are unorthodox, yet they achieve results, Kayla grinned. I love that about you, Alex. You think like a human, act like a genius, and somehow charm everyone. It's entertaining. Evenings became moments of reflection. Alex, Lyria, and Kayla would sit on the observation deck, looking at Earth below and the stars above. You know, Alex said one night, I never expected to find family in this universe, but I feel like I have one now. You too, and all the people and beings we're helping. Kayla leaned on him. Family is about trust, Alex. You have ours, and I think the galaxy will learn to trust you too. Lyria added, partnership, respect, and mutual support, these are more valuable than any treasure. You are beginning to understand, Alex. One morning, as Alex was inspecting the space station systems, Nova announced a message from an unknown source. It was a fleet of small ships approaching Earth. Alex's heart raced. Who are they? He asked. They are representatives from several species who have heard of your efforts, Lyria explained. They come in peace, to offer support. Alex smiled. Looks like the universe really does listen when humans try to do the right thing. When the fleet arrived, Alex, Lyria, and Kayla welcomed them aboard the station. Meetings were held, friendships were formed, and alliances strengthened. The station became a symbol of hope, a place where humans and aliens could cooperate, learn from each other, and explore possibilities together. Kayla nudged Alex. You know, for someone who started as a simple human, you're doing pretty well. Universe level pretty well. Alex laughed. I guess, being human isn't such a disadvantage after all. Not at all, Lyria said. It is your greatest strength. Weeks later, as the station operated smoothly and Earth observed the incredible progress, Alex realized that he had come a long way. He had inherited wealth, yes, but he had gained so much more: purpose, friendship, respect, and a role that mattered in the galaxy. One evening, Alex accidentally pressed a button he hadn't meant to. Suddenly, a holographic display activated across the station, showing a mini spaceship parade, ships spinning, weaving, and glowing in patterns above the station. Humans and aliens alike watched in awe. I didn't mean to do that, Alex said, blushing. Kayla laughed. Perfect. Absolute chaos, but beautiful chaos. Lyria shook her head, smiling faintly. It is a fitting demonstration of human creativity. Alex looked at them both and realized that this was just the beginning. There were more adventures, more discoveries, more lessons waiting. He was no longer the man who lived a quiet, ordinary life. He was a human in the stars, capable of great things, and surrounded by companions who believed in him. As he gazed at Earth, shimmering below the orbiting station, Alex felt a sense of calm, wonder, and anticipation. He was ready to lead, explore, and inspire, ready to embrace the incredible life his uncle had left him, and ready to face whatever the universe had in store, with two alien companions, a brilliant mind, and an unmistakably human heart. And so, in a universe of infinite possibilities, Alex Carter had discovered the most valuable lesson of all. Humans could thrive anywhere, adapt to any challenge, and make a difference no matter how vast the stars. He smiled, thinking of all the adventures ahead. For Alex, the inheritance was not just wealth. It was a journey, a purpose, and a new life among the stars. And with Lyria and Kayla by his side, the future looked brighter than he ever imagined. End of Part 4.